folks, this is all the fruit. On my first morning in Borneo, I went from Kuching to Kota Sentosa city to 7 Mile Market, which is, as the name says, 7 miles away from Kuching, to check on the fruits, on the fruit season, and also to do all the standard stuff like buying a parang and the knife and some ropes for the jungle. Before COVID, this whole area here was a farmer's market. Now, well, I'm glad at least a little bit of it is coming back. COVID really destroyed a lot of the markets around here. Let's see what they have under this nice big roof here. We can confirm that it's durian season. The prices are okay. That's about €3 or $3 for a pile of 4 small durians. Here, a little bit over €1 for those here. €2 for those. Not such big size differences between the different prices. I wonder if there is a big difference in quality. Some really big ones here. Oh, and we have some jungle durians. Oh yeah, last year I was not able to get any of those. I even started to forget the names. I think this is Turio coteiensis. Well, I think they have been cut off the tree. Yeah. I think they've been cut off the tree with a knife or with some scissors, which is, yeah, not the best way to do it, but okay. Also seems to be a rambutan season. Good, good. Also Dukulangsat season, it seems. And we have Tabay, the Borneo olive. Oh, terima kasih, mister. Thank you very much. Okay, I got a bit of rambutan. Let's see what they have over there. Lots of colorful durians. However, it all seems to be the standard Turio sibetinos. No jungle durians, just durian kampung in lots of different colors, shapes and sizes. Beautiful. And here, some bawang or bambagan, the giant jungle mangoes with a skin that can be over a centimeter thick. Okay, it seems it's also matoa season. Oh, look at all this tukulangsat. There must be a bumper crop of tukulangsat right now because everybody has boxes full of it and selling it in huge amounts. Look here, they're selling like 10 kilograms at once. Huh? Tidak mengerti. So, now it's the standard durian game. Do we get a good quality one for a slightly higher price or a pile of more dodgy fruits for a lower price? I think I'll opt for the second version. However, which pile? With those piles, the thing is like this here. They have to make a pile they have to make a lot of piles of roughly equal value. So, yeah, here for example, 2 big ones and 1 small one. Same thing, 2 big ones and 1 small one. Those 3 are bigger but still quite greenish. I don't know if this open one is part of the pile. Those here are quite ripe. Questions. This one has almost no smell. With those piles, you basically minimize the risk, but you know, you know that there will be good and bad fruits in the pile. Somehow I tend towards those ripe ones. However, this here, okay, if I buy those 3, this one I think, nah, this is not smelling right. Those are of quite good quality, but the third one will not be so good. What about here? Let's Let's take a sneaky peek at those fruits. They must have fallen from a very high tree, because they are bruised like crazy, or they were not properly attached on the highway. No, those are okay. Well, have to decide on something, and I think I decide on this pile here. So first she's opening the belum musim ini. Yeah. Yeah, as I imagined, this one is not so good. She looked inside and put it away. She's opening this one. This is definitely ripe. Ah, bagus. Terima kasih. This one is ripe. Now let's see the taste. Interesting. Very interesting. I have not eaten those for 2 years, but terima kasih. But this thing has those things have a bit of Cibetino smell and taste. Good choice. Sweet and smelly. The second one less sweet, but with even more Cibetino taste. I don't know. This is the second one. This might be the third one. Good stuff. And the third one. The third one more mild and less ripe. Almost no sweetness in this one, and no smell in this one. Good stuff. I just wonder about the strong Cibetino's flavor in the first two ones. I mean, they are shorter than most of the other ones, but yeah, you can find such Cutenses. Is this Cutenses? Yeah. I'm so embarrassed I did no research, and I haven't eaten jungle durians for 2 years now. But I think there is some chance that those smaller, shorter fruits could be a hybrid with Cibetinos. Later I'll come back for more. Funny thing is, around here the durian season doesn't seem to be right now. Those folks are coming from Sri Aman. Yesterday I got durians from Serian. Okay, Serian is not so far away, but it seems that in the Kuching area there is not so much fruit, but in more remote areas it looks better. Don't eat me, you bite me, I bite you. Or at least wait till I buy my parang. Here, a coconut and banana stall. Very nice, guys. Couple more shops / stalls around the market. Here, bitter gourd, rich gourd, bottle gourd, eggplants, cucumbers, tofu, soybean sprouts, lots of different salads and chilies, a lot of fish and potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, clothes. If they got here different limes, Tahiti lime, Kasturi lime, more bottle gourd, more rich gourd, more bitter gourd, more wax gourd, other gourds and pumpkins, sweet potatoes, chilies, more bitter gourd, And look at this, the market has spread to this part. Here I usually always just saw a lot of empty stalls and thought that this is some sort of night market where they barbecue stuff. Let's check this out. Jackfruit, coconut, lemongrass, even cucumbers, papaya beans, baby corn, galang ginger. Those folks just have a tiny pile of tukulangsat. Here somebody is taking care of the future fruit market, selling lots of different fruit trees. Soursop, cocoa fruits. Else I figured here, more coconuts. I want the coconut. Eggs and vegetables. Limping merah. This is Pacorea angulata, very tasty local fruit. Got the coconut from a guy who is also selling some very thick cucumbers.
Yeah.
So he Sarawak cucumber. He told me not a fruit, not a melon, it's a cucumber. Actually, most people like this type of cucumber more for the spinach-like vegetable than for the fruits. Some eat also the fruits, but the vegetable seems to be the main treat. The permanent market, situated in this big yellow building. On the second floor, like in most markets, there is a huge food court. On the ground floor, well, here we have the fish section, which we're gonna skip. Then here we have the Chinese section, where they sell mostly imported exotic stuff, like temperate and subtropical stuff. Here they have the local cucumbers and limes, but cabbage, broccoli, and those onions, a lot of this is from more temperate areas. Well, those leafy vegetables are local, but I bet the carrots and so on, yeah, a mix of locally grown and imported stuff. Of course, those leafy things, they are so fresh, they are totally locally grown. Ginger leaves for wrapping, lady fingers. The pineapples are local, however the very oranges are imported. Also some nice imported melons, but I'm sure they will be super expensive. Also the orange mandarins are imported. Also the apples and pears and grapes are imported. Papaya beans, here the whole bean, soursop. Some local mangoes, those taste quite good. Limau purut, one of the countless limes they have here. And look at the size of those guavas. The biggest one is over 1 kilo. And some huge water apples. Now let's go to the Bidayu section of the market. Here is where the local people sell a lot of local stuff. Again, the local cucumbers, ginger, that's what the local oranges look like. They are not orange, they are staying green or yellowish. Jenko, a very smelly bean. Taro, not cucumbers, corn, they sure like their corn. More jenko, coconuts, different bananas. The local Dayak eggplant, or also called Ivan apple. Lots of different limes. Limau purut, here this must be some hybrid between limau nipis. Yeah, this is the Tahiti lime. Here we have some small lemons. Ini apa?
Lemon.
Ah, lemon. Okay, green lemons and ripe lemons. And this must be some hybrid of lemon and limau purut. Also those bamboo sections are used for cooking. Food tastes so much better when you cook it in those bamboo sections. Yeah, they are better than any pot for cooking food. ginger, galang. I don't even know what this ginger is. This is curcuma, torch ginger flowers. So here some tuku langsat, some belimbing merah. So it seems that we are more or less in the fruit season. We are in luck this time. I was afraid that we will have again a very unfruity winter. Wax gourd. This is quite a watery gourd which is used for cooking, but you can also scrape off the wax and use it for candles. Don't think it's done anymore on a big scale, but historically this was also an important use of the wax gourd. Very big dayak eggplants, coconuts and champerak. If you ask what's a champerak, the champerak is basically the small cousin of the jackfruit. 100 times smellier, 100 times sweeter, and 100 times more tasty. Dragon beans, ripe pineapples, nice stuff. Lots of, here's some snake fruit, big pisang tandok, yellow rambutan, papaya. Yeah, we seem to be in the fruit season. Maybe not on the peak of the fruit season, but there is a lot of fruit. Now, let's go and get some parang. However, what are those mangas? Those look interesting. Small, flat, yellow mangoes. Maybe I should get some of those. If you are doing any amount of jungle exploration, you must have a parang. Basically, in the more rural areas, you don't really leave your house without a parang. You leave your house without a parang, you are not well dressed. Of course, if you visit the people in the rural areas and they go with you outside of the village, they will lend you a parang, but they will still think this guy came unprepared. So you have to find a parang, a small knife, and a couple other stuff for the jungle. Don't miss out on checking a nearby flower shop. Perfectly manicured pink poodles. And a lot of very nice, mostly imported fruits. Apples, pears, shiny, oranges, kiwis, kakis, plums, grapes. Yeah, most of the Chinese immigrated here around 100 to 150 years ago. And yeah, they have embraced the local cuisine and the local fruits and veg, but they also still are very fond of the temperate and subtropical fruit and veg, so they're importing them in huge amounts. On the corner of the block where the food stalls are, another block with food stalls, there are also usually a lot of people selling stuff. Local oranges, some local mangoes, huge pomelos, bananas, melons, huge guavas. Oh, big worms. Bye. Japanese eggplants, taro. Only Durio Sibetinos here. Usually here they had one or two stalls with different jungle durians, but not right now. Some flowers, and I think that's it in this part. Interesting, despite being in the langsat season around here, they also have langsat from Indonesia. Langsat Indon, langsat local. And very beautifully looking mangosteen, but a bit pricey. Oh, where did the durians go? They had a lot of durians for 5 ringgit here. And here a whole pile of beautifully ripe champerak. Shall I buy a whole pile of Sibetinos or just one fruit or so? Decisions. I already ate 3 Kuteyenses, and the problem is that with durians you can get durian fever, which I sometimes get when I eat like around 10 or more a day. Durian fever is no joke. Basically, you are hot all the time, you are feeling like crap, and you drink many liters of water each day. And also you drink several liters of water each night. So you have to be careful. Let's see. Again, here we have small durians for 6 ringgit, slightly bigger ones for 8, slightly bigger for 10, really big ones for 25, and so on. And here, those piles are usually of durians which have some problems. So you know, your chance of getting a good one are quite high, but your chance of getting a bad one are also quite high. So here, for example, 4 different durians. This one is really big, and apart from being overripe, I don't see any problems with it. This one is also quite big, also overripe. Without the rubber band it would already have opened. Very overripe. Well, this one got ripped off by a storm in a spot in which it is not supposed to separate from the tree. Apart from it, it looks a little bit dryish. And this one, the 4th one, is basically totally dried up and overripe. So let's see. Let's put those together and look a little bit further. Decisions. Again, this one looks quite good, but overripe. This one would be really good if it wasn't riddled with wormholes. This one looks quite nice. Good or no good? Not good. Ah, okay. So the lady tells me that the piles are not so good and that they should buy the single durians. Quite full right now. Let me wait a little bit longer. So for a basic jungle kit, I bought the cheap style parang I usually buy around here. I wasn't so keen on a really good parang. What I want is a really good sheet. This is plastic because I want a parang with the tip. I kind of think it's gonna be good for self-defense, and also it's easier to open durians and other hard stuff if you have a tip. The quality of the metal is crap. Basically you start cutting fruits with it and the metal gets black and the fruit gets black. I like this heavy type of parang. It is quite conducive to my way of chopping down trees. I hit very hard and get tired very fast. The locals, when I hit once, they will hit 5 times, really light with the light parang, and at the end they will chop down more than me and be less tired than me, but that's my way of chopping things. Yeah, also need to sharpen this parang a little bit. For this I got the sharpening stone. The sharpening stone is very important. If you don't maintain your parang properly, they will not take you seriously. A small knife to carry around in town for peeling fruits, and also a rope. This is not so much for the jungle where I will find a lot of high quality vines. This is more to dry my clothes in hotels and homestays and stuff. Now one important thing. This plastic sheet is completely monolithic. It's made out of one piece. And sweat and rain and everything get in there, and your parang is rusting all the time. Once I took out my parang in front of a group of Indonesian road workers deep in the jungle. They looked at my parang and thought, you could just hear, okay. This guy bought the parang, but he knows nothing about jungle lore. So the parang must not be rusty. And for this, I need to make a couple holes here. Now I have to make the holes down here where the tip is, which is not good for the protection of the sheet. When I carry it like this, I don't want the parang to poke me here, but I still have to make some holes. So I'll make one here. One little hole right here near the tip, and then A slightly bigger one on the other side, slightly higher. That reduces the protective properties of the sheet, but on the other side it helps drain the water. Have to check those holes regularly, if they are big enough, if they get filled up with something. I left my parang belt at home now, so I'll take a piece of this type of plastic, because this one is too bad on my skin, and I will make the classical orang ulu parang belt from this and from cap of a water bottle. I also would have opted for a longer and thinner and more elegant parang, but this is the exact size which still fits snugly in my backpack. Also, okay, it's a bit heavy when you want to cut down vines and thin twigs in the jungle, the usual use of a parang or machete. You get tired because it's too heavy for that purpose. But you want to chop down thicker branches or even trees. Such a thicker one, especially for my style of using it, is quite okay. Ah, buka!
Buka!
Bike?
Makan, dan eat, durian.
Durian bike ini? 10.000 rupiah Indonesia? Okay.
Malaysia lah.
11.
No.
11.000 rupiah Indonesia.
No.
Terima kasih, Bu. Because saya orang kecil. You said 10.000 rupiah Indonesia. And yeah, folks, I paid them 10 ringgit afterwards, and I let them keep the 11,000 rupiah too. At the end, everybody had a good laugh. Now, at least I hope the durian is good. Not too sweet, but very smelly. And they were so happy about me paying double that they gave me half of one tiny durian. Only one seed, but sweet, and also a very nice peppermint taste. And while I was eating, there was a big explosion and a huge flame behind me. Now there is just a little bit of smoke left. My Indonesian rupiahs are paying off again and again. She gave me a dabai, a Borneo olive, which I ate. But once you eat the Borneo olive, you are not finished yet, because the seed is also edible. Here it is. 3 seeds, only one of which is being developed. Tasty. Now look at that, there is some amazing wildlife around here. Some tiny puppies being raised here in this hole of a hollow tree trunk. Are you the daddy? Huh? Nah. You're a female too. Are you the aunt? How many puppies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that's an achievement.